The waste of the week goes to, we've got two this week. One is for a big city mayor, the other, one of the world's largest fine arts museums. First, Chicago's mayor proposing paying out $30 million to some 5,000 households, and the Met asking for millions in COVID bailouts. Founder and CEO of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Mangievsky, joins us right now. Good morning. Happy Friday, Adam.
Good morning, Jan.
Let's start in Chicago. Back in September, we know those extra pandemic unemployment benefits finally ended, but Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot now proposing what some have called a universal income by giving monthly cash payments to some 5,000 residents. So let me see if I got this right. $500 for 12 months. Tell me about this plan and how Chicagoans feel about it.
Well, I think Chicagoans care about two things, Jan. They care about education and safety, police protection in their neighborhoods. And this $30 million proposal does nothing on both of those prime objectives for the people of Chicago. Look, Chicago's bonds are at a junk bond status, a couple of notches below investment grade. Just 2 years ago, the city budget spent $10 billion. This year, the mayor's proposed a $16 billion budget. They're not using the COVID bailout funds to shore up their budget. They're putting forth silly proposals like what we're talking about here today.
Yeah, we know a lot of Chicago businesses, just like many businesses across the country, still struggling to find people to work during this labor shortage. Are there any job requirements tied to this plan?
Well, this is not a welfare to work proposal. And you're exactly right, Jan. Across the country, there's 10 million jobs available. We don't need to be incentivizing people to be paid to stay home like Mayor Lori Lightfoot's doing. We need to incentivize people to go out and get one of those 10 million jobs that are available across the country.
Open the Books also took a deep dive into the Met, the iconic New York arts institution that collects millions from federal, state, and local taxpayers every year. AOC faced a lot of criticism for accepting a $35,000 ticket to the gala as a guest, where she sported that tax the rich dress as she mingled among the richest of the rich. And by the way, this year, I read they raised a record-breaking $16.75 million. It also has a $3.6 billion endowment. That money alone could have been used to help much smaller museums. So what's this story about? Why are taxpayers footing the bill for an institution that can raise its own money from the 1%? What did your investigation find?
Absolutely, Jan. There is not one single reason of justification why the Met, one of the richest cultural institutions in the country, needs taxpayer help. Here's what our auditors at OpenTheBooks.com found. We found that the Met, at the height of the pandemic, out of the March 2020 CARES Act, received $4 million of taxpayer, quote unquote, bailout for their payroll. And then what we learned is they turned around and laid off workers at the Met. So look, their trustees have a combined net worth of $500 billion. There's no argument that the Met needs taxpayer support.
So if they cut more than 400 positions, what did they use the $4 million for from the CARES Act? Do we know?
Well, they say they used it to help shore up payroll, but we looked at their disclosed financial statements, and here's what we found. Jan, incredibly, on their year end of March 30th, 2020, so 4 months into the pandemic, they received a $4 million worth of taxpayer help. Guess what happened to their net worth? They actually disclosed their net worth went up. They said that they had a very successful fundraising year in their fiscal year ending March 30th of 2020. Right in their own financial disclosures, they admit they didn't need our help.
Adam Mangievsky, always great to talk to you. We appreciate you joining us this morning here on the National Desk. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Jan.